Inside with Signori Shannon, hard to hear. Ray Turner replacing Daniel Rail, who was involved in that fall earlier today. News is that Cindy's okay on the men, and she's been taken to hospital for observation as they score up. All set and ready to go. 2100 the journey, all before them. He's let them away to a good start. And Signori Shannon, one of the best away in the last event on the program. A couple of them on a pressure. One of those is Spanish Luster. Signori Shannon is beaten for speed. Serene Major crosses and does so. Serene Major the leader by a length and a quarter. Spanish Luster second. Neck away third. Signori Shannon. Three back on the inside pegs then. Moonlight Gambler covered by Hard to Hear behind them. As It Can Happen racing midfield. One of the favoured runners in the event. Moonlight Gambler's over there with them and starting now to move forward, and behind them Go Scotty and GK Galleon toward the tail. Down to the winning post two to travel, and the leader's got them stacked up here. Serene Major on the outside is Signori Shannon, third Spanish Luster, Miss Ponder, three back the inside, and then Hard to Hear covers that runner as they leave the straight, go to the back, and behind them As It Can Happen running fourth last at the moment. GK Galleon racing on its lonesome, three back, and Oliver on the inside, Moonlight Gambler, and Go Scotty's at the tail of the field. 36.3, about a second plus slower than the previous race today, and the leader, and in fact the leader's starting to be held back to the field. Serene Major, he leads out, he defies them to go up and attack. No one wants to do so at the moment. Signori Shannon on the outside gets a little closer, third Spanish Luster, and then comes Hard to Hear on the outside. One out, one back, three back the inner is Miss Ponder, and then behind them runners is Moonlight Gambler with them. GK Galleon, and last of all is a Go Scotty ahead of It Can Happen as they come into the straight. That previous quarter 31.1, so they've got plenty in reserve as they come down to hear the bell, and it's Serene Major with the driver taking one little peek over the shoulder. You can see on the outside Signori Shannon, three placing Spanish Luster. There goes It Can Happen under a tight restraint going forward, three wide, a quarter running 32.3 as they leave the back, go to the top of the 600, and Serene Major just allowed a little more rain. He puts a little bit more speed into the race. It Can Happen moving forward out three wide, and also Miss Ponder's tucked away. Ahead of it Spanish Luster, on the outside of it is Signori Shannon, and Go Scotty starting to join in now as they go past the 500, racing up toward the 4, and the race now on in earnest where Serene Major, it's given full rein. We'll see what it's got left, not a great deal you would think, and It Can Happen has moved up on the outside to join it. Spanish Luster getting out behind them is Miss Ponder, and the rest headed up by Signori Shannon around the corner past the 200 into the straight. They run up the back in 29.3. It Can Happen's the leader. It's out, but here comes Spanish Luster on the outside. Last week's winner, Spanish Luster on the outside, coming home hard. It Can Happen. They get near the line. It Can Happen may have lasted ahead. Second placing Spanish Luster, third in Miss Ponder, and then Moonlight Gambler, Serene Major behind them. Signori Shannon, Hard to Hear, Go Scotty, and GK Galleon was the last one in 2:38.1.